Seems clever enough. A suspect posing as a construction worker to rip off copper wire. And wait until you hear how many times police say that suspect sold the wire.
Unbelievable. Thieves going wild in the valley, hitting up many businesses and making driving tough at night for so many of you. Fox 5's Joe Veal has been digging into this problem and the new way Metro Police are fighting back.
Metro Police say copper wire theft suspect Brian Welch unloaded a batch of copper wire at a scrapyard. Police say he's seen here getting rid of more, and yet once again here.
That person had over 300 prior transactions of scrapping metal.
300?
300.
I mean, that sounds like an enormous amount.
That is a high volume.
His target, according to police, Clark County street lights.
The reason why he was hitting the light poles is he was trained in as an electrician, so he knew how to do it safely.
An arrest report says Welch tried to fool people when ripping off copper wire, which happened during the day. It says he was wearing a white hard hat and yellow traffic vest.
So anybody that was driving by on a daily basis would think this individual was out there doing some type of public works.
The captain says Welch even had a logbook of places he snatched copper wire.
And if they were stopped, they would maybe have like work orders where they could show the police like, hey, I have my log here. This is what I've been doing, and these are the locations that I've been at.
But the report says some real workers were not fooled when they spotted Welch rolling out some copper wire at Palms Airport Drive and Paradise. When someone approached Welch, he said he would call his boss and acted as if he were speaking to someone on the other line. But the report says Welch then ran and later swung a crowbar at the worker. Police say they can tie Welch to copper wire thefts at 87 Clark County streetlights. The cost to replace those county lights, more than 100,000 taxpayer dollars. Clark County has been busy with repairs. Officials tell Fox 5 they have 95 locations around the valley where copper wire thieves are responsible for streetlights being out.
So Clark County approached us, their public works, and they noticed a high volume of light poles that were getting hit and copper wire was being taken out of them, and therefore you don't have street lights or you don't have operational maybe signals.
That call from the county is one reason Metro organized a brand new copper wire theft task force involving Metro, Henderson, and North Las Vegas police. Captain Martinez says the new effort to share information and notify officers of what's been happening has already led to the arrest of Welch and these two men who Metro says were working together to steal copper wire from cell phone towers, causing thousands of dollars in damage.
They were identified through good police work on the streets. Our patrol officers went and saw something that was suspicious around a cell phone tower because we're briefing this out, and they were able to identify these individuals and pass that information on to our investigators, and we were able to follow up and find out that those folks also had a high number of transactions, and we were able to get them into custody and hold them accountable.
Police say these are photos of John Warren selling copper wire to scrap yards. They say those businesses are required to ID and photograph sales. Police started digging through those transactions and say they discovered Warren's was busy, saying between December and May, he made 73 copper wire transactions and sold more than 3 tons of it for $23,000.
We were able to locate, some scrapping history, and that scrapping history helped us, start to compile the case.
All three face charges, and police say you could be next if you are stealing copper wire too.
We are actively investigating this, and that if folks are out there committing these crimes, that we will be investigating them to hold them accountable and arrest them. And you're not going to have the free reign of victimizing the community to feed your addiction.
Joe Veal, Fox 5 News Local, Las Vegas.
Police want the public to report copper wire thefts, even if they're a year or two old. It helps them identify any trends and where they might be happening, which could lead to suspects.
Police also ask you, call in any suspicious activity around street lights or cell phone towers.